and how to save cash while also saving the planet.
To be frugal, it's to live within your means. To be green is to cut down your emissions. Now, you can do both at once.
You're watching the 7pm Project. Well, many of us have struggled with a credit card debt or two in our time, but just how hard is it to live within our means? Some people are doing it pretty well, and they're even helping the planet on the way. Being frugal evokes images of Australia's wartime generations, of scrimping and saving, food coupons and recycled clothes. But plenty of people these days think being thrifty is a smart idea.
The global financial crisis has given everyone a good fright. In the past, people only saved because they had to, but now you have frugals all over the country coming out of the closet.
So what does it mean to be frugal? Basically, it's being careful with how you spend your money and cutting down on what you waste. It helps your hip pocket and can also have a positive impact on the environment.
To be frugal, it's to live within your means. To be green is to cut down your emissions. Now, you can do both at once.
A few years ago, Gavin Webber suddenly announced to his family that they were going to save money by going green.
We thought that he'd gone nutty. You know, we sort of sat there quite stunned for a while thinking, oh my goodness, how is this going to affect us as a family?
But the family came on board and Gavin started a blog documenting their journey into a new, simple life in the suburbs.
During that time, learnt how to make cheese, soap, how to do preserves. How often do we go out for groceries? Oh, look, I'd say once a fortnight. We've got a massive stockpile cupboard where we've got about 3 months' worth of food in there easy.
Gavin also invested in solar electricity and solar hot water.
The money we've saved, we've actually been able to double our mortgage payment. So we've done that for the last few years. With all the savings in power bills, gas bills, you know, outgoings for food because we grow a fair bit of it ourselves.
The path to saving money doesn't have to be green. Fiona Lippy runs a widely successful website devoted to swapping simple tips to cut spending.
If you're new to saving money, the first thing you need to do is have to stop. Stop and think about what you are doing. Stop and look at all your expenses, all your money, and especially your food.
Arabella Forge flies the frugal flag for a younger generation and believes cutting costs doesn't mean you have to scrimp on nutrition. She's even coined a term for herself, a frugivore.
So frugivore means a love of frugality. So it's basically enjoying being frugal and enjoying cooking frugally.
She says growing food and keeping chooks if you can is an excellent way to improve your diet without spending too much.
When you're shopping organically, it's usually those fresh leafy greens that are a little bit more expensive. So by growing them yourself, you're actually saving quite a bit.
Space isn't an issue. The courtyards of her inner city terrace house are filled with all sorts of pots and containers that she's found and put to good use. And in the kitchen, nothing gets wasted.
We make the most of everything here, which is basically very similar to how our parents and our grandparents used to be frugal with food. My guess is we probably save about 20 or 30% on our grocery bills.
For the average Aussie, that can add up to more than $1,000 a year. But growing your own food is only one way of saving. Experts will tell you there are plenty more.
Saving money is very easy. Look at what you are doing and you will find that there are so many areas you can save.
Not a bad idea.
I'm not going to argue with her. No way.
Do you waste food, or are you good
Waste
with
an enormous amount of food. And I know
You got
because
two
I'm the only
kids.
one who throws food out in the family.
Personal question.
Aren't I, honey?
Well, no, I know from one woman to another the amount of dead vegetables you have at the bottom of a crisper at the end of the week.
Oh, really?
But we've had worms as well, so you can feed those to the worms.
Oh, in your garden?
And they turn them into castings and worm wee, which you then put back on your garden.
Worm what?
Worm wee.
Worm wee.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's all right.
I tried to grow a like herb garden because herbs are like $3 or $4 per herb when you go to the shops. I've tried it 4 or 5 times. I can't do it. Like, I've really given it my best shot. I just don't think it's for me.
You know what's a really good option sometimes for people out there, if you're listening, a good way to save money is just to steal the lunch from office fridges. That's usually a good way. I don't do it here. I do it here.